Diwali season across most parts of India is all about gifting. But did you know that there could be a tax on all your Diwali gifts? Well, it is true, especially if they're above the 50,000 rupee mark from another person. And if it is from your own company, anything above 5,000 rupees could be taxed. So, you need to understand the tax rules for all your Diwali gifting so that you don't get confused with all the gifts that you're giving and getting during the Diwali season, isn't it, Karthik? I mean, first of all, it's a surprise for us to figure out the fact that, hey, there's a tax and there are different levels of taxation for gifting from friends, gifting from relatives, gifting from your employer.
So, I think, Krishna, how the tax authorities view this is income from other sources.
Okay.
As simply as basically put, they are saying this is income that you have received. Gift, no gift, let's arrive at that subsequently. There is some money that has hit your bank accounts, or there is some gold, or there is some painting, or there is some artwork of some value which has hit your balance sheet or your P&L statement as you want to see it, and hence this is income from other sources. If it is income of any kind, one source, two sources, five sources,
okay,
let's put some tax on it and let's share your Diwali gift with me.
Why
That's
not?
what the
Why not?
government's
Okay,
point of view
so
seems to be.
Okay, so we do need a tax expert, right, to help understand what are these taxing rules all about. We have Mr. Harshvardhan Rungta of Rungta Securities now joining us live on this broadcast. Mr. Harshvardhan, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us. Help us understand what are these taxes on Diwali gifting and how are we supposed to be prepared for them?
Well, Krishna, taxing is not, the taxation on gifts is not specifically related to only gifts received during Diwali. So there are income tax provisions. The section 56 very clearly states what is going to be exempt and what is not going to be exempt. So the first thing that you need to keep in mind that any gift in the form of cash, in the form of kind, or in any other form, which exceeds 50,000 rupees in a year, okay, from a non-relative, is going to be taxable. So there are two elements. One is a value involved in it, and one is the person giving. The relationship is going to be ascertained. So let's take the first element. It says that anything in excess of 50,000 rupees in cash or kind received from a non-relative is going to be added into your income as income from other sources. As rightly what Karthik said, it's going to be an income from other sources and it's going to be taxed as per your tax slab. Now, if you receive a gift from a relative, now the definition of relative is also very clearly given. Who is a relative? If you're receiving a gift from that defined relative, then irrespective of the amount, whatever amount that you receive as gift is going to be tax exempt. So there is not going to be any tax on the gift that you receive from a relative as defined in the Act. So, you need to just keep in mind these two elements. Now, if you're on the occasion of a marriage, if a person receives gift even from a non-relative, then any amount, then this limit of 50,000 does not apply. And then that can be considered as tax-free even in the hands of the recipient.
Harsh, nice to have you back with us after a very long time, and we hope we keep getting you back. But I have two basic, very basic fundamental questions. In the case of marriage, and take me seriously please, is this only limited to the first marriage?
Wow, I didn't think you would ask that of all things.
I'll come to the more serious question later. But is it only the first marriage or one time, or as many times as one decides to get married?
Who's gifting excess over here?
So, well, Karthik, the Act only says in the case of a marriage. I don't think there is any custom specified to that. And,
sure.
Unlike what somebody may think that you don't want to continuously keep getting married only to get tax-free gifts. Because the cost is going to be much more.
Got it. Now, on to a little more serious question, Harsh. So you said your income from other sources, is this net income or gross income? Simple point being, if I'm receiving gifts on Diwali, I am perhaps also giving gifts in cash or kind on Diwali.
Yes.
So when I file my income taxes at the end of the year, can I also get some sort of a deduction on the gifts I have given and not just get taxed on the gifts I have received?
No, not really, Karthik. I'll tell you what you're referring to is like a P&L debit and credit, saying that I have received gifts and I've given gifts, so net off I have to pay an X amount. No. So the gross amount that you receive, okay, so whatever you've received is taxed to you. Whatever you give, there is a recipient who will be paying tax on that. So it's not like a P&L of saying that I got so much, I gave that much.
Yeah.
So the net amount, no, it's not that, unfortunately.
All right, friend. So net, it means that like if you really want to avoid taxes, don't gift. That's the best solution because the government collects tax both ways. Whether you receive a gift or you give a gift, the government benefits with taxes for sure.
Yeah, because what you're gifting is in any case from the salary that you've paid taxes on already. So yeah, so no rebate there for gifting.
Oh yeah.
But receiving a gift, yeah, government tells you, hey, share your gift spoils with me as well.
All right, fair enough. We'll let Mr. Harshvardhan Rungta go at this stage. Thank you. Great talking to you. Hope to keep having you here on the show, and we'll see what happens by the time Diwali season gifting is over as to what will be our gross and net tax payout because of all the gifting.